Well, we just finished VBS on the topic of Joseph, and it was a huge success because of the cooperation of so many people. And as you learned, Joseph is an incredibly gifted person. He had good looks, a winsome personality, intelligence, and profound spiritual insight. But these traits, along with that colorful coat his father had given him, made him the object of envy. All of his brothers wanted what Joseph had. Most of all, they wanted his position and the status that he had with their father. Have you ever had a rival at school or among your workmates or siblings, or maybe just with a circle of friends? You couldn't help but admit and admire that they had it going on, but you couldn't hardly hold back the feelings of resentment or the fact that they had possessions that you couldn't afford, or style you couldn't quite compete with, or a relationship with another person that you wanted for yourself. That's how the brothers all felt when they saw Joseph approaching them one day out in the countryside. Oh, here he comes, wearing that colorful coat. You see, the coat was an emblem of status, and it reminded them that as long as Joseph was around, there was no way they could improve their position in the family. So they seized him. They sold him to slave traders, stripped off his coat, and defaced it. So much of human activity is driven by this way of thinking. We look at our social relationships as pyramids, with everyone competing to be at the apex. As a result, we do whatever it takes to be number one or stay number one, even if it means lying, cheating, stealing, or destroying good people to get there. But you and I don't have to live that way. And here's why. Your Heavenly Father's love isn't a prize you're competing for. His love isn't a winner-takes-all contest. He isn't comparing you or your talents or your achievements with those of anyone else. And He'll never ask you, why can't you be more like them? In fact, when the church at Corinth was being torn apart by the spirit of competition, the Apostle Paul said, those who measure themselves by themselves and compare themselves with themselves, they are not wise. 2 Corinthians 10, verse 12. It's so important that we get this, because once you begin living in the light of His love and His full acceptance, you won't see others as rivals for His affection, but as people to serve out of the abundance of love the Father has lavished on you. Listen, God made you a one-of-a-kind original, and He calls you to be the best you that you can be, and nothing more. And so you never have to take someone else down in order to improve your position in His eyes.